we got sound. Yes. Oh, sugar. We'll start that. Stick that there. Ooh-wee. Yeah, there's. Excuse the washing. Just to the side there. Hello, everybody. So, welcome to Falcon Friday. That is the Falcon there. We've got some wash and dry in front of the radiator, so excuse the washing. So, we did part 8. This was originally going to be 8B, and I had 8A because I think I had part 8 scheduled for today, right now, and then I came up with the idea of doing an extra stream Wednesday, Friday, which we did, which we got the front mandible parts on. So we kind of did that, and it was quite a successful stream actually. So I called it 8A, and this one was going to be 8B, but I actually changed it and made it part 9. So because it roughly gives us, I think we've actually been building this for, well, if we did 9, an hour and a half build time each. Maybe just get that out of the way. Right, I'm going to put these up into the. So I need to get this round. Right, let's get these in the little holder without switching these off or causing any disturbance. Right, I believe that's it. There we go. Maybe get that out a wee smidge more. There we go. Right, how does that look? As you can probably see here, I've got my little Star Wars piece. Maybe just a smidge up. Just so you can see a little bit more. So here is the Falcon. Here she is. I might get this, I might put that there. I've also got the mini Falcon just here. But what I'm going to do is, because I've got a little bit of, I'm just going to put that there. That's my, so there we go. I've got all my parts. I've I've pre-sorted them actually into a pretty decent like colour code and stuff. So this is going to be bag 7, as you can see here. So here is the Falcon. We're building these two. We're filling in the front mandible areas. So here you can see what we're going to be building in this first segment. So you've got the little porthole covers, or the little kind of access to all the pipes and the gadgets and gizmos, which I imagine we're going to build onto. So let's go, let's do this. So as I say, the Falcon's just here. You can probably, if I bring her here, you can probably just see her. I could probably do a bit of a wider screen, but it doesn't really matter because I can put this somewhere. Right, anyway, let's get that all the way up. Right, so let's continue. Let's go with the build here. So I've got these stacked up. So I need some of these actually. These are all like they're kind of wedge type pieces. So the plan is I can maybe do this fairly successful without really getting too much, being a bit quicker, because before I noticed that I was spending a lot of time really looking for parts, which is not bad, but it's not great either. So here we go. Off we go. We're off and running, troops.
Anybody in?
No. So I've actually I burnt my finger earlier today. I was making coffee. I ended up spilling some of the coffee because I went away and left it, and it was spouting out everywhere from the mocha pot. And I then ended up taking the grill off, the kind of grill elements by the bottom, cleaning it, and then when I went to grab it back, I grabbed it right with the hob heat was on, and you can see this finger here's got a bit of burn just there, but I've burnt my thumb really bad. So yeah, be careful, troops, when you're dealing with making coffee. Right, we've got one of these big parts. So the great thing with this is everything's pretty much where I need it. So that's just going to go like so. And then we've got this little part just in there. Maybe get these over here. Maybe free up just a little bit of room here. I'm going to put this cable just a little bit more that way. Yeah, that should be able to sit just like that. That's better. Right, we're off and running. Let's go. Right, here we go. So we've got some yellow parts which will be in here. Got some white parts as well. I think we need one. So this is a lot easier than before. Especially when you just start a build, you've got a lot of parts. If you don't really have them sorted, you don't know really where you need to be. So we turn this over. So we've got another part going here. So I think we're early days yet. So I think this is going up half and half. And then this white bit is there. And then we've got a little piece just going in that way. And then we've got another piece down here. There we go. Right, over the page. Put that there. Oh, that's the thumb. It's. I'll put a plaster because it would be so sore if I caught it and stuff. Right, what we got? We've got. Oh, this is night and day. Just having everything there, you know, it's absolutely. Just means I can build a little bit quicker. And that's going down there like half. And that's going down like that. Ah, right, it's not. Do need to get the right shape, which is this one. So there we go. Just make sure that's all bedded down. Right, we're turning it over. So we can see here we've got some parts again. Oh, this is night and day. So it is. It's actually quite refreshing to have, like, you know, all these parts just sitting ready waiting instead of, you know, fishing for a lot of bits. Right, so we're building up here. Oh, do you know what I meant to do? I meant to change this top. This top's. Yeah, it's been on it's not been on that long. It has actually. I do wear my pyjamas because I'm not like running a 5 minute mile. I don't even know if that 5 minute mile is good. It probably is. Yeah, but yeah, these are still fresh-ish. Do you know, I might actually go and change it. Do you know I'm going to change it? 2 seconds, I shall return. starts to get cold. Dragon Ball Z. This has got a little bit of a fleece lining. There we go, that's better. That's, I mean, I was fresh enough. You know they were going to smell it, are you? Right, so we've done 475, we're on to 476. So we're building a little piece up here. One of those. Did I put... Nah, some of these little parts are in here. Then we've got... I think it's one of those. And a little stud. Is it a stud? Yeah, it's a stud. Must be that colour. Yeah, it's that colour. I'm looking for a grey. Right, so let's get in there. Part's going there. This little part here is going up there, and then this little stud part's going right there. There we go. Right, we're turning it over. So you can see down here, we are going to be building up this part. It's a quiet start to the stream. I don't know whether maybe a lot of people, I'm not saying a lot of people would think that I would be, because I streamed Wednesday, that it wasn't going to be Friday, but Falcon Friday is the main reason why I'm doing this stream. Because I came up with that catchphrase for Falcon Friday, you know. It just seemed to go well, but unless people maybe think that because I did it Wednesday that I'm not streaming, but I am, obviously. Here! Right, so we're building... Oh, I've got to be a bit gingerly with this thumb. Parts going there. Where's this little one? Oh, it's down here. So we're getting a little bracket down here. And then this little part's up there. There we go. That's that. Right, we're over the page. So 199, we're on to page 200. And maybe pick it up this way, because that thumb is, yeah, it's a lot of weight in this book. So 478, we're now going to be building this little part here. So again, let's get the parts. Yeah, a bit more organised today, which is good. I'm not going to lie, it's good when you got a little bit of organisation. Which may speed up the process a little bit. That's certainly the plan. There we go. This has got all the parts. So we're putting these two together. But that's basically going in there. So let's put that on. So the Falcon is getting quite big, as you can probably, if I get this maybe up. So you can see there the Falcon is, she's getting big. I mean, is it bigger than I thought? I think like a lot of things, you end up, I may just get this down just a little bit. Maybe go with that. So, well, as long as you can see from like here. Yeah, maybe down just a smidge more. There we go. Right, so we're fitting this in, as you can see here. It's going in like this, so we're bridging that little gap there. There we go. Right, up here, 3 of these little brackets, these here. Yeah, I just got the table clear. I thought having the Falcon here was a bit of a hindrance. But could I get that way a little bit? Is that better? A little bit more straight up the table. Right, where are these going? Ah, so they're fitting in just here. There we go. So they're going in there. Turning it over. And we have got, so it's going to be two. We need two of these. No, it should be the other way, which I think is that one. No. It's that way. There we go, that's us. And then we're going in. So we're putting one here. No. Right, we're turning that over. Yeah, that's going. Yeah, that part is there. Yeah, it's going like that. And then this part here's down like that. Yeah, that's it. Don't know why I really had that. That was super confusing for a second. Right, turn it over. Try and not use that thumb because it is absolutely, as we say here in Scotland, it's gowping. Right, we've got some nice colours going on here. So we've got a blue and a green. And they're just going together like this. Big plate. Big plate here. Right, so that's fitting on just like that. There we go. It's a Rangers and Celtic colour. Right, we've got one of these, and again it's the other side we need. It's that one we need. Right, so we've got this part going flush along here. So I think Roman Bricks is actually doing his Batman animated series picture. I think we've got a lot of these, this part. Yeah, it is. Right, so we're putting up here, and then here. There we go. Right, we're turning it over. Right, so again we've got another part. I think we need this part here. Yep, that's going in there. So getting that edge, we've got these bricks. These ones with the, this is actually quite an interesting part. It's got a lot of different rails on it. So you can see there's like, there's different elements to it, to this. And then we've got a grey piece. And also we've got this one as well. So we're building up this little part here. I think this is going basically just half and half, like this. And then it looks as if we've got a little stub sticking out there. And then this part here is going flush with that end. There we go. That's what we've got. Right, let's put this over here because I think we're over the page 202. Make sure we've done all that, which we have. Again, this book is massive. But I really like doing it with this. I think it's good because you can actually see it. Right, here we go. So again, we've got some more parts here. We've got a bit of white. We have got a grey. We've got a shorter grey, or am I just? Yeah, I think it's a shorter grey for some reason. It's that one. Another little unistub, which I think is a kind of sandy colour. And then we've got this this piece here, 2 of those, 2 of, it's got to be that one, there we go. Right, so little corner piece in here. Yeah, we're just joining that together. So we've got that there. Get this going roughly stub there. There we go. Now we get this little piece going just right in there, and that should match correct. Right, this is attaching to there, so it's going, yeah, it's going underneath like that. And then this whole thing here is attaching probably in there, I'd imagine. Yeah, in there. So you can see this whole front mandible part is, you can see the actual size we're dealing with here. It's getting big. Right, over the page, careful with this old thumb dingo. Right, we have got some parts going up here, a little part up here, which I think is not that part. I think this part's here, yeah. So that is going, is that going just roughly 1, 2, oh, I cannot pick this up. It's going like that. So it's going just up here. We've got 2 little, these fawn bricks. I haven't actually done all my parts, I probably should have. Shouldn't I? Got that part. So we've got some tile pieces which I think are in here. So it looks as if we've got 3 of the longer. 1, 2, 3, and then I think we've got 1. I don't know if they're in here or they might be in. I think that's that size. Is that size? It looks like a 3. Oh, there it is. There, got it. It's that one. Right, got them. Right, so now these are fitting in a very specific area. So, well, 1, 2, 3 studs down from this, and allegedly it's going right in there, and then about 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's going in there. So 3, 4, and then it'll be 4. Then these right at the end, 3 big ones. And we are covering over a gap, and then it's a little one at the end, which should give us 2 studs at the end. Yeah, that's it. So there we go, that's what we've got. Right, now we've got some extra parts, so let's get them all. I think I put these tile parts in here. Yep, 1 of those. We are looking for a couple of these parts actually. We've got 1, and I believe this is the opposing, 1 of those, 4 of those tan pieces. And then we're looking for a 3. No, sorry, a 4. That's it. Right, that should be us. Right, this piece here is going in just here. And then we've got a little part that's going roughly in there. Little stud piece just behind it, just there. Another one up here, 2 here as well, so we've got 1 going basically there, another one down here, so it's tying in this piece here, got another one basically in the middle of this, and then we've got these 2 pieces, so we've got basically this one going flush against this, and then this one's going inverted down here. There we go. That's us. So that's what we've got so far. Right, 203 page number over to 204. Again, watching the old burnt thumb. Step 490. The old 490. So we're turning this over, and what we got? Quite a few parts going on here. Probably will get them weighed out. 2 of those. But let's start from the top because it can get quite confusing. So one of these blew. One of these pieces here, 2 of those 2x3s. One of the big, which I believe is this size. A red piece. And one grey, which is that, and that's all the parts we need. So we'll probably start, so here's this red part which is covering, basically it's covering all of these here, so we're getting, it's kind of tying in these parts all together, which is good. This bracket part here is going basically in here, in there. We've also got the little 3-piece going just there, and then we've got the little blue piece straight up going in there. Got another one of these pieces going just there. Right, so we've got the angle pieces actually going quite interestingly just here. And this strip's going all the way down there, and then that's going across there, and then a little 3. Funny enough, there's a little gap there, so and imagine I've got a hair. We don't want, well, I say we don't need, we don't want hairs, but we. The only thing when I had cats, I used to get a lot of hairs in my kits. So that's us. That's us cleared the decks. Right, well, again, we'll just, I think building like this is actually better, getting all the parts first, because then you know you've covered everything. So what do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. No, it's kind of quiet. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's that one. It's a bigger one. There we go. 2 of them. We need 2 of these. Yeah, it's quiet at the moment. Well, there's you're in chat. It's me and you.
There was the third person, but they went off.
One there. Yeah, sometimes live ones up towards the end. Right, so that's us got all the parts. So
That's
we're putting these 2 together. Yeah, this thumb is whoo baby. Right, and it's facing it away from us, so we'll keep that orientation. This little boy's in there, and then we've got another one there. I'm going to square these up on the table. Again, you just to get these flush. They're flush as it was, but and this is covering right in the middle here. Then this part here, interestingly enough, is going in there, like so. So that's my oven, that's my dinner getting ready. So there we go. Got that little pattern there. So over the page. Ugh. Right, again, let's get the parts done. I think that's just a good habit to get into. 2 of these. 2 of these. We need 2 of the little 1x2s. 2 of these grey, and 2 of these parts here. And then we need 1 of the smooth little square tiles, and 2 of these 1x2 tile. think that's all the parts. So here we go. Let's build this up now. So interestingly, we're actually splitting these two, and then we're putting one there and one there. So we're basically just extending it a little bit. Now we've got these two elements going here and here. Then we've got these two going this side. We've got a little 1x tile, put that in there. Let's go in there. Oh, we're meant to get these little blocks, which I forgot. And they're going, building that up a little. Now this isn't a 2x, so we've got this kind of thing, which you can probably tell what this is going to be actually. So this is fitting in here, this is fitting in this bottom part, in here. And it's going like so. So we just set it in, and then we get it. There we go, I think that's us in. Yeah. So interesting enough, we've got a little gap here, which you possibly could put something in there, but I don't think it's... I don't think there's meant to be anything there. The whole thing's big.
Every time I see it, I think...
So, 205 into 206. Let's get this. There we go. So yeah, we're just basically going to be repeating that other side. So let's get this out here, and we're looking for... I think it's going to be a slightly different build though, interestingly enough. So one of those, we need, again, two of these, what do we need of these? Two of the 1x2s. I imagine we need one of those little tiles. Yeah, another one of those. We need two of these, which we forgot the last time. One of those, and we've got one of these parts. So got. I think that's it. Right, let's build this. So again, it's a little bit different this time. So we're extending this, so we've got an overhang, get the gap, and then we should be right to the end there. Yes. And this is going just under here. Then we've got this building at the back. Again, we've got that in the top. Missed it there. Oh yeah, I can't put a lot of pressure on this thumb, and it's just awkward. The old opposable thumb. So again, I'm just going to square these up on the table. So got that, they're going on the top. Then this part here is basically, it's hard to see where that goes. So it's actually going in the bottom. It's going like this. It's going there. Yeah, that's it. And then this part, it looks as if this here is going to attach in this gap. It's going to go in like that, and that just creates this little, almost just like a little porthole. It's pretty cool. Again, there's a little gap here. Now, I possibly do think that you could perhaps cover that, but I don't really think it needs to be covered. But I'm just going to go back just to make sure that there's nothing that we've missed as such. Sometimes these things are intentional. Sometimes you maybe do miss a little part, perhaps. Yeah, so we put that little part over. Just trying to see what it is. Right. So we join them together. See that part there, so there's part, oh do you know what, I think I've missed a page, that's what's causing me concern. Right, so they join together. So here it is here. It's this little part down here, and there is a gap. So it must be an intentional gap. Yeah, because we're putting that over there, and there is So there is a gap. You possibly could amend that. I don't think it's going to be, anything big. So right, here we go. So again, let's get our parts. One of those. One of those. Two of those. Two tiles. One tile there. One of these L-shaped. I think that's all the parts, just these. Same kind of build. We're probably going to be doing this again on the other side. So, so that actually there's the longer parts. These two longer. And I think that's it. So let's go. Let's go. Oh yeah, finger man, it's delicate. It really is delicate. If you were a professional Lego builder, you would be in serious trouble. Imagine you were maybe doing like a speed build. You'd probably have to cancel. You could not speed build like this because you're compromised unless if you're good at getting through the pain barrier, you could possibly do it. But it's just you feel it in every little bit. You don't realise how much you use your thumbs until you actually do something like that and you injure it. There we go. That's that little part done, and that is going to go straight in there. So again, it just marries up with these little blocks, and why am I struggling to get this in here? Have I missed something? Oh, I've got it the wrong way. Sorry. Yeah, it should be like that. There we go. That's better. So there we go. And then, guess what? We're going to be doing the same to the other side. Did I make this? Yeah, I did. There's 4. I was going to say, I hope I made this, because you can make it public or you make it unlisted or something, but I don't know if there's a difference. Right, so here we go. We're going to build this again.
Okay.
So let's get the parts. So we've got the grey one this time. That's that. Right, so we need 2 of these, 2 tiles, probably a 1 tile, 1 grey, 1 by 2. There we go. That's it. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. That is a very funny sketch. It was actually an instructor on morning television here in the UK. And this guy, basically, if you put in fitness instructor, either you just put fitness instructor, that's it. That's what it'll come up with. And it's just it's like early 80s sort of thing. It's just so funny. In a good way, it's funny. I don't mean... Oh, that little part goes in there. I knew I was missing something. There we go. Right. And this part here, basically we're going to go from this side, and that just butts up to there. Fits in really nice, actually. There's a nice fit here. And then that's what it's going to give us. So it gives us a little sort of, there'll be all wires and greebles going in this bit, I'd imagine. Right, over the page, 495 to 496. Just gonna quickly. Actually, I just seen the preview of the video. You see my little finger like going, ooh, ooh. Right. Oh, we've got these interesting parts. So we're turning this over. Now we've got 6 of these. So we've got a lot of these elements, and they're just like a brick with a Technic piece. I mean, it's probably a term for it. Right, let's get these in. So it looks as if I've got a line of them going up here, so they're kind of going roughly there. Yep, that's right enough. And then we've got these are spaced out a little bit more, so it looks as if that one's there. I think that this one here is going right up there. Yeah, that's it. So you'll probably struggle to see this, but yeah, there's more of a gap here than there is here. Right, so we've got Technic pieces now. So we've got these red Technic pieces. We've got another 3 of these bad boys. And then we've got a little one of these. Right, so what have we got? Right, this is going in here. So going in there. So that's going in like that. Right, we've got these other 3 coming up here. So we've got little brick here. And then it looks as if these are just going to be all together. And that one there is quite good because that does bring this into the equation, which I like. Right, that's that little part done. Right, we're over the page. 497, we've just finished. 210 is the page number. And then, 498. So we've got one of these little, so what one is that? It's going to be... No, it's going to be this one, this side. This bit. We've got one of these and one of these. Right. Turning it over. So this is the part that sticks out in the Falcon, which is quite interesting. It's like the part between the mandibles. Ah, God, that's quite sore on the finger. I need to... Right, there we go. Right, that's it. That's it. And then we've got two of these. So these are going that way. So there we go. Let's try and get these meshed in. That's us. So built that little rail there. This little part that sticks out. Now I do believe chunky. So step 500. So we've got attachment points going in the bottom. And attachment points down here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to bring. In fact, that's my water bottle. I've got bag 8 here as well. But what I'm going to have to do. I don't want to crack in. I've actually got some extra parts here that I need to keep safe, which is easier said than done. I'm just trying to organise here, guys and girls. Get that there. Got my little inspector scope. Right, I can then put these over here without really tipping anything over. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the manual's going to go over here because I need to get the Falcon in. Yeah, this manual is not for the faint of heart. Right, sitting there. Gonna set that part over there. Let's bring the Falcon. I'm just dragging it across the table because she is big. Now I've got a little bit of real estate here, which is maybe not the best, but there we go. So this is going to fit. Basically, if I get the Falcon a little bit more here, avoiding hitting my Star Wars sign that you can just see at the top of the camera. So we've got parts here. So this is going to fit in here and in this part here. So yeah, we're just right in there, I'd imagine. Yeah. So getting Technic pins in can be an absolute pain in the you-know-what. You've got to kind of wiggle them a little bit. There we go, that's in. And then these are going to go in. Oh yeah, that's a little bit easier than I thought. There we go. So that's that in. That actually went in really quite easy. So you can see right away we've got like the forepan of the mandible parts. Now, I could turn it over to show you. But there's a little trapdoor part here that keeps falling. I don't even know if I could. Yeah, it could be tricky. I mean, I could take the camera off, but it's such a big... It's getting such a big model that it's kind of... Yeah, there's little parts I'm trying not to hit here. Yeah, that looks actually quite good. You can't really see it. Oh, do you know what I could do? Never thought of this. I could turn the camera up here. Like this. Right, let's get it like that. And then I can actually kind of do this. So, there we go. So there's that mandible part in. The old mandleberries. Let's see, is that actually... Oh, that's it now. I just seen it was hanging down at the bottom here, so that's it. That's it in fully. There you go. So you can actually see that front part. So that is that part installed. So I'm just going to slide her back into a position. Grab the old manual. So we're going to be over the page anyway. Let's get you back down. That was pretty painless. So that was step 500. 211, 212. And guess what? We're building the other side. So I think bag 7 is just going to do this. So now that we've built one side, we're just going to be building the other. So it's... Oh, that's the remote down. Forget it. I'm not getting off my seat. Right. Here we go again. So the good thing with these builds, once you build one side, the other side is a little bit easier to build. Usually. Yeah, it is pretty easy actually. You just need to stick to the orientation of this. You know, if you keep that, you're pretty much home and dry. It's when you start to build stuff like this, different, where you can get into... Hi Kate.
Hi there.
Oh, Kate's maybe done something that maybe she's bought the
USS.
Star Trek.
Oh no, have you?
Interesting.
Uh-huh.
We could maybe
You went all out.
you could maybe say the same thing.
What?
Star Trek.
Aye. And here's one for the Trekkies.
No, here's one we could build together.
Here's one we can... Not bought it.
I have.
Yeah. Kate,
So,
you'll be able to build it alongside Darren if you want.
well, so straight off the bat, oh, it's a bit of a reveal, yeah, but
Did you do that today?
I fell asleep last. I actually fell asleep last. I was so tired last night. I woke up at 3 in the morning.
No, you weren't well last night. You had a lot of travel sickness last night.
I actually woke up at like 3 in the morning, and I had this kind of it's Black Friday. Star Trek's on sale, and I paged it up and I went, right, it's still available. It's no went out of stock or anything. And I checked like the rest of the stuff. The rest of the stuff's okay. There's a lot of stuff out of stock. The Razor Crest went out of stock. But yeah, I was kind of chewing on it, and I went, do I? And yes, so
I know you'd spoken about it to me today.
yeah. So I got it, and I got the Chocolate House and the Mini Knights Castle. Didn't get the playing cards because that was only available for
Aye.
Speed Champions. But even when you put Speed Champions in your
You weren't
cart, you
getting
weren't
it.
getting it. So
I looked at them.
and it's
Think
those
for
playing
this.
cards were only available today.
But we did get 200 points. Is it 200 points?
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know about you, Kate, in Australia, but I think it is worldwide. We got if you
That would eventually go down.
200 points. So you spent 200 points and you basically you get 800 as a bonus. So you basically turn 200 into
She got all
1,000.
3 promos. Oh, you were good.
Yeah, that's what I
checked for
got.
600. Yeah, I got all 3 promo
Yeah,
with it too.
You
Did
get the
Ah,
shuttle pod, you get
oh yeah, you
the
do.
Mini Knights Castle
Uh-huh.
and the Chocolate House.
Chocolate House.
Yeah,
Oh, that's good.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. So. Oh, so.
Did you have to kill one? Yeah.
So, I'm not gonna lie. I had a little pot of cash that's been.
Kicking about for
But
about
in
9
fact,
months.
see when we bought that
9
telly,
months
you
now,
gave me
like.
the money. That's the money I've had in that wallet for.
It was about 9 months. Well, we've been together nearly 10 months
So-
this December.
I've had cash that's still been burning a hole in my pocket, but it's been burning a hole in my pocket for the last umpteen months. And it was just like, it's one of those kind of rainy day things. You know how you buy something, or you have money in your thing, and you just say, okay, I'm going to keep that, because you never know. Because I didn't want to buy it from my bank. I could have, well, yeah. I went out yesterday, there was a Black Friday deal. I can't say anything about it.
No.
It's kind of like it's kind of like a UCS kit. Basically, on Black Friday at Argos, which is a store over here, it's like a. Right, you go in,
I think it's a bit
And
like
it's-
their Target.
you've
or
got like
their
a
Walmart.
terminal, you type in a number, you go to the till, they've got a warehouse, or a warehouse section. You wait a couple of minutes, they bring it through, you pay it, and that's it. So it's not like a shop where you can pick stuff up and look at. It's more of a just like a front to like a warehouse type of thing. So they had a deal. So I watched it was a YouTube video that I watched, and guy goes through all the deals, which yeah, it is what it is. You know, it's like meh. And he went through this deal, and it was like I think it was about 25% off ish, roughly. And it's a set that I've kind of had my eye on for a while. It's only been out for a bit. It's not actually been out that long. It's only been out maybe since this year, maybe 8 months, 7 months maybe. And it doesn't really go on sale much. And obviously, lo and behold, it went on sale. So I had that cash, and I said, you know what, I've got that cash here. It's not gonna interfere with my bank. It's good to have a little bit of cash for things. So yeah, I went and bought this piece. So that's coming up. And I'm not going to reveal what it is. It's what I may possibly do is have a poll to what we build next. Because potentially, the Enterprise could be a build at some point whenever. I don't know. A lot of people are wanting to build it right off the bat. I'm not particularly too bothered. But mine's just getting delivered, so I could have went up to Glasgow and got it today, but time you
No, we weren't
pay
able
for
to
the
go to
train
Glasgow.
and it's just
Too
yeah.
windy, too wet, too busy. All in that row. Because Glasgow was busy now. It was
Yeah.
I came through it yesterday, it was really busy. You'll get a good few points for that. How much would you get for $600 US?
Well, it's like Australian dollars.
Sorry,
Well, you get.
Australian dollars.
I don't know what it is. People have done the maths on. I can't remember.
I'm trying to think how to work that out.
Did you see the Brixie
Oh,
video?
Brixie
He's
it.
doing
No,
a live.
Right, we've seen that yet, have we, Dan?
Oh, do you know what? Is he live just now? Because well, I'm with it. See it. This is a trouble when you. Do you know? No, I don't have. Because I could put him on.
Wait a minute, Lou, did you see Brixie video doing the live?
Yeah,
Yes,
he's.
is it just build on what? Oh, he's doing
Ah,
what
he's
on
doing. He's
whatnot?
got like. I think he does like a wee. Sell stuff and whatnot.
Mm.
And you have to. After that, I don't think I can really.
Mm.
Yeah, we're pretty much all out.
No, that's us. We decided
We're
to
pretty
take
much
that's us.
done.
Well, yeah, but if a deal comes up that's too much of a good deal to let go, that might be
Oh,
slightly different.
well, I picked a deal
Oh,
up
yes.
with Very.
Yes, he did.
And I don't know. It's up to you. I'm no. I don't know if Anya would.
Oh no, it's okay to say because I think Kate's done it anyway.
Yeah. So I was looking through Very, which again is another it's another shopping online app. It's like a catalogue. Could we call it a catalogue? And I informed Anya about it's the Emerald wall art. Is it Wicked
Yeah.
Emerald City wall art? I believe.
Wizard of Oz, as I would know it.
So it was down from now this is Great British pounds. It was down from £139.99. So say £140 down to £90, which is £50 off on a Black Friday deal. So I informed Anya, and she's like, "Oh, get it." So I ordered it, and then Anya,
In my wisdom.
in her wisdom, was coming. She was almost home, so she was up meeting friends. Anya texts me and says, "I've just got the Wicked wall art," and I went, "Oh, I don't believe it. She's bought it."
Can't be
I
serious.
says, "Anya," I says, "Are you serious?
Are you serious?
I've ordered it because you said order it." So she cancelled hers, but that was a great deal. That's one that we've been looking at, and
That's
again,
what I'm saying. So though we're not making any conscious effort to buy it because we've got lots.
oh yeah, we have got.
We spent our holiday money worth of Lego.
But we don't really do much else, so I mean, listen, that's our excuse. But you know, we don't really smoke or drink or anything like that. So, you know, that's the thing we've got. And you know, Star Trek. Yeah, as I said, I'm a big fan of the early stuff. Don't really watch much of of that Star Trek, but it looks cool though. And you kind of get that minifigure in the GWP, which is tasty in a way because it is going to become a little bit rarer.
I think the one that I would. Oh no, you've said to me it is down.
Or the
The
Grogu.
Grogu.
Yeah, baby
What
Grogu.
did you?
It's a pram set. It's a pram.
What did you say that was?
$56.99, I think, in Argos. From I think it's 90.
I know. I'm not too bad, Kate. I'm actually as usual. Because it's not enough room up me up on where Darren's doing his and it's his stream. I don't mind the moderating and chatting away.
Yeah, if you actually look, so this is what I'm faced with. This thing is getting really big.
Yeah.
So I mean, Anya could sit here, but it's such a big build. I really do.
You need the room,
I
Darren.
really require every inch of this, and I've actually reorganised it a little bit here. But Anya's just there. She's just.
I'm sitting here. I'm actually doing a
Yes,
wee
she
bit
is
of
there.
you can see me.
There she
I can
is.
see me.
I've actually turned you in so you've got even me. Okay, she's like a wee minion.
I know, I'm sitting here and I've got my pyjamas on. I've not even got out my pyjamas all day, Kate. I've got my wee fleecy top on to keep me warm. And I love the couch. I do. I love
Yeah,
the
it's
couch.
a great
so
couch
cozy.
actually.
I
And
know.
it's great here because you can have people sitting on.
Yeah.
This is like a breakfast bar. So I can sit here, but Anya's there, but I can see her, I can interact, we can talk. It's good.
Yeah, and the thing about it is I'm sitting doing a wee bit of research on reflexology because I had my support tutor on today. And we've set up the template for my next assessment, which is on reflexology. You know, like the history, the techniques, and different things so on. And I would work within your body, what systems of the body, what your feet. Your feet is every part of your foot is linked to parts of your body, basically. You know, obviously, I gather you will know about reflexology. So I'm sitting doing that. So I like it because I get a lot of work done.
Yeah.
When Dan's doing builds like that, I can sit and do some work. I can chat. I can moderate, and it's good. So I can chat away to you, Kate, which is quite good.
And it's quite a technical build. I mean, it's.
I think it would bore me a wee bit, Kate. Probably not as good.
Anya's
as you,
probably
Darren.
going to build a little piece because I always like Anya
I
to do a little bit so I can say, oh, Anya's did this, or she's did that.
Yeah.
So there we go. There's that little part on. So we're just building the other side of this mandible.
Good. Nothing like a wee pyjama day. It's up in Scotland here. We've got really bad windy
Oh, it
weather.
was so windy last night when I went to Argos to get the the said Black Friday deal.
Mm-hmm.
That was just a spur of the moment. I watched the video and I went, ah. So I could have bought it online and had it delivered, I think, by Saturday. But there was stock in my local, which is just up the road. It's not that far. It's not a big trip. And I thought, do you know what? I'll just go out and get it, and that way it's there.
Fresh air as well.
And I know the integrity. It came quite luckily. It came in a shipping box, which you know right away that the inside is perfect, which doesn't really mean that much to me because I'm going to build it anyway and display it. But it's always nice to have something that has got a little bit more. You know, it looks good basically. You know it's going to look good inside. So yeah, I went and bought it. I also bought another thing on top of it. So because I saved the money, I was able to get another little piece that kind of ties into that. So yeah, it's all kind of adding up, as they say. But that's probably for me. That's probably. But don't get too worried, because we have got a lot. We've got a lot of stuff to keep us going for well into next year and beyond. So, but yeah, you can't really. If you get a deal, it's very tough to just say, let's not bother. Which is why it's kind of good to maybe save or have a little residual fund apart from other stuff like holidays and that. But have like an additional slush fund, as some people would maybe call it, that you can utilise in like deals in Lego. That's the way I look at it anyway. So here we go. Let's build this little part. But yeah, that was yesterday, and it was so windy. And when I came home in the bus, I got a little bit of motion sickness. I'm quite bad actually at having motion sickness. I've suffered with that since I was a child, really. So I don't really read in the bus. I used to listen to a lot of podcasts, which were great. Absolutely loved it. Well, the weather here has not been hot. I don't. Where the summer's gone. I think it'll be late this year. Coming week, we only get one day of 30 degrees. Jesus, man. Yeah.
30 degrees is plenty, but I suppose it is warm.
Because that's their summer now, isn't it?
Summer. Gosh, We'd be dying in 30
Oh,
degrees.
30-degree heat. It's just we had. When did we have that hot spell? Was it last year?
I think
We had
it
bits this year, but there was
Yeah.
one year. I think it was maybe 3 years ago we had
it
it.
was when lockdown 2003.
It was so
That whole
warm.
summer was amazing.
Oh, boy,
and I
oh boy.
had to work, Kate. I was working. I was a frontline working. I was nursing in the residential care home I was in.
Yep.
So I was the front line.
And I was the same.
Also were you, because you were in the shop.
I was in a shop, so I never got garden leave, or no, it was what did they call it? It wasn't garden leave. It was
People got garden
no,
leave.
but no, it wasn't garden leave. That's different. It was is it
Oh,
a racing term? Horse racing?
Oh, furlough.
Furlough. That's it. I knew it was a horse racing type of thing. So yeah, there's a lot of people got furlough, but yeah, I didn't. I worked through both elements of that, which yeah was what it was. But right, so we're building this little mandible part. So again, we've got this has actually been quite a quick part of the build, purely because I've actually got this organised. Yeah, but plenty of time. We've still got a good 30 minutes left of build time. So yeah, I actually enjoyed doing the build on Wednesday, and I think it's going to be beneficial. Just not to clear what I've got, but I have got. Well, your mum suffers from motion sickness.
Nothing worse.
Yeah, I was so bad when I was young. Like I mean, horrendous when I was young. You know, used to get what was that wee tablet you got? It was
Stemetal.
was there no a name for it? Was there?
Stemetal.
Aye, but was there not like a
Oh.
mere unfancier
I don't know, darling.
term?
No, I'm not sure.
I can't remember because I can remember my mum saying it. Well, I used to take them, but it didn't really help. It was just the motion of the car. I was terrible when I was young, really really bad. And I'm still bad today. Actually, it's still something that I do suffer from. So when I was coming back from my purchase I made, the bus seat was right in front of me, but it was quite high up, so my head was like here, and the seat was like there, so my eyes were just practically over the top of this seat, and it was quite close in front of me because I'm quite upright, and it was just, it was so close to me. I just felt horrible.
Well, we're still classed as being in autumn, Kate. But up
Yeah, our winter's not till
January, Feb.
yeah, it's January,
February, is it?
January I think,
Aye.
Feb.
But up north, there's always
Yeah, you
where
get a
the
lot of snow.
where the skiing resorts are up in Scotland. They've already had Aviemore. I don't know if you know, but Aviemore's and the Cairngorms, they're all very snowy.
Yeah,
They've already had
It's obviously
some.
skiing up there.
Yeah, and they need the snow there for the skiing season.
So they've got a lot of elevation up there,
Yeah.
so you know,
Up
higher up.
Glencoe will have a bit on the hill.
Yeah.
Ben Nevis will have a bit on its top. But further down here, no, we've not
Yeah,
had
we don't
snow
get-
yet.
I've always said if we get snow, then you know that like inland it is absolutely devastatingly bad. Cause like I used to live in a town called Cumnock, which is a little village. About 16 miles. To get my bearings, I think the ocean's that. So 16 miles that way is Cumnock. It's a little village. Actually, quite a quite a nice place, and I'm laughing when I say that because a lot of people would probably say, "Oh, it's rough up there, son." Nah, it's not that bad. You know, it's like every place has got its benefits, but up there it was really bad for snow. But if it snows, if it lies in air on the coast, you know that inland they're absolutely foobar. Basically, so I'm putting these little 1x2s here. Right, let's go. We've got some more parts here. I think that's probably going to be all of these, maybe. Just going to get these out. So we've got that one. That one. No, we don't need that one yet. I think we need one of these ones. Tile. Tile. Oh, an itch, an itch, an itch. My kingdom for an itch. Yeah, this has been a really quick build. Bag 7 wasn't a lot though. It wasn't a huge bag if I'm being honest. Right, so that part's going there. This little part here is going. So yeah, I've managed to secure a couple more kits. So we've, and yeah, as I say, I don't reveal a lot of my kits, just because it's nice to have a little bit of a build up to something. You know, I might even do, if I'm going to reveal a kit, I'm going to do like a little snippet of a corner, like a tiny, like a close up of the box art, and maybe put it up and say this is going to be the next build, and people, you know, people have to guess a little bit. That's how I'm going to do a lot of my reveals. So yeah, I'm not going to say, oh, I've got this. But that will be, but certainly in the Star Wars universe, I have actually got a lot of, still got a lot of those Starship ones to build as well. So that's 519 we've done. 218 is the next page number. But yeah, I mean, the Star Trek build, you mean you'll probably build yours whenever. I'm thinking, how is your weather? Is your winter start? Yeah, that's right. You Karen just answered that.
Anya.
My mum's terrible and put. Did I call you?
Karen.
Did I? Sorry.
Okay.
It's old habits die young. On boats, cars, she says she has the window down when she's in a car.
But that's quite a common thing.
Yeah.
People have motion sickness, and more so when they're passengers on a car when
Yeah.
they can drive. Yeah.
Yeah, I really did suffer. I was so bad when I was young. I'm laughing now, but I don't think my mum would be laughing. If I'm honest, it's horrible. So it is. It really is just it's not a nice experience. As I say, when I used to travel up in the bus to my work, because I used to travel from here to Cumnock. It was like 16 miles. It took about 50 minutes in the bus, and sometimes it could be quite ropey. Especially if the bus driver was. I was telling Anya this yesterday. You get a driver that's quite like brakey and accelerated, and you're kind of jacking back and forth. And right off the bat, you're going, "Oh, this is going to be horrendous. I am going to be blowing chunks," which is a horrible thing to think about. But yeah, sometimes it can be really bad. So we're putting these brackets on. So again, we're up here. The usual suspects, reinforcing this part. And we've got a little grey part. I think we've got, no, got two of these. Yeah, we've got two of these. So yeah, I really suffered. I can actually remember, funny story, I watched my local football team play Man United. Manchester United are a big football team. So we actually got, we played them in a testimonial. So a player gets a testimonial and they'll get like a big match. And because Alex Ferguson played for United way back in his youth, United played Man United because there's also that connection. So we played, and we actually, one of the I think the keeper in was quite good. Didier Drogba.
Mind him.
He was young. He was only like in his 20s maybe or something when he played at Somerset. So he was just starting out his career. He played. And that day, so because we were going to the match, when you bought your ticket at the air, you got entry into the air race course because there was racing on it here that day. So basically, we were basically heading to the racing. It's a beautiful day. It was sunny. I had like maybe 2 pints, maybe a pint. I think I had 2 pints. Had very little to eat. Sun was in my noggin all day. I ended up, I we went for a McDonald's, and then we went to the football, and yeah, things were good. You know, I was not gonna lie, I wasn't drunk. I did get a bit of the sun, so you can probably see with it. Well, no, sorry, I wasn't drunk then. Went home from the football. My daughter and obviously my ex at the time, we proceeded to have a few more drinks. So that's probably where I probably really shouldn't have bothered. Shouldn't have bothered in a way, but proceeded to have some wine, which,
Oof.
yeah, I don't know how many. I don't know, a bottle and a half.
Oh, for goodness
I really don't know. I just don't know. I lost track. And yeah, can't remember really going back. So I was working the next day. I think my shift was started at 1. It was at 1:15. I can't remember. It was roughly about 1. So I was up in the morning. So proceeded to go to my bed. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know when I went to bed. Again, you can probably see where this is going. I can't remember getting into bed. I do remember getting up in the morning and spewing my proverbial insides out. Then taking a shower, and then basically going back to my bed. Butt naked. Well, I actually didn't go back to bed. I went to the spare room bed and slept. Woke up, then went to my work. And yeah, that bus journey on the way up to work was interesting. I ain't gonna lie, I was not good. And that was an interesting day at work. Really struggled that day. I remember saying to my manager, who was actually called Darren as well, I said, I don't feel too well, I think and he just looked at me, and he knew right away that it was self-inflicted.
I'm really not watching anything, Kate. I'm looking at the history of reflexology way back in the Egyptian.
Yeah, she's doing study.
And way back Chinese medicine. I've got to cover a few countries.
There we go.
So.
So again, this is going to go in just here. So yeah, that was an interesting day at work.
And good. I'm glad you
Yeah.
suffered. I'm only kidding.
Oh, I did suffer. Oh, I ain't gonna lie. Man, it was bad. I had a good time, you know. Back when it was good times, back in the older days, you know, we kind of had, yeah. But yeah, don't really drink. It's not worth it. You probably know that anyway.
No, we don't drink a lot at all now. Make sure you stop studying December. I will stop studying probably around about the 18th of December, because I'll be coming down here to Darren, and I'll put the computer away till probably in between Christmas and New Year, because Darren's off, hopefully, Boxing Day.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of time off. I do have a little bit. It's not ideal. So, funny enough, where I work, it's a little bit controversial at the moment. Where I'm at this moment in time, I am into work Boxing Day now. It's got a little bit of feedback. There's a lot of people are not happy, because where I work's quite. Yeah, there's. How can you put it? There's a little bit of a. So creating a little bit of a stoosh, basically. And if it gains a little bit of traction, it could maybe come out that we maybe don't work it. But again, you know, yeah, it's a little bit iffy. But at this moment in time, it is what it is, and I probably will be working it. But so anyway, there's another one of these little portholes. But Yeah, it's controversial because I think there's a lot of people. I think just working Boxing Day is something that shouldn't be done. That's just my opinion. Some people may disagree with that. Some people say, well, it's a job, and it is. Yeah, but I don't think it's. Yeah, it's kind of gained a little bit of a kind of sore point to a certain extent, because we were told that there was going to be a delivery of such, but there's not. So, yeah, it is what it is. It's interesting, but we'll wait and see how it develops. But I don't get that much off at Christmas because it's just the nature of the beast. Where I work, it's the busiest time. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Yeah, but it's yeah. I don't I probably said this before. My Christmas spirit's not as good as what it used to be. I think this year's going to be different,
You're a wee bit different.
but it's still tough in a way because once you're off, but you don't get that much time. It's like
Wyatt Gaming TV official is asked, have you ever played
Final
FF7?
Fantasy VII. Yes,
Right.
I played. Now that's the original version because there's a lot of the Final Fantasies that I haven't played. That came out was at the PlayStation. I played Final Fantasy VII. It was a massive game back in the day. Like I'm talking like old school gaming. But yeah, I did. I played the original. Don't know whether I'm proud to say that or. But yeah, I did that. I played the original. Great game though. Absolutely phenomenal game. Have I built this right or am I just? Yeah, not as if it's right. Just gonna check my bearings. Yeah, so that's coming down. So that's gonna be like that. Yeah, great game though. It is. Did you have the Phase 1 Captain Rex minifigure? Ooh. I've got now. Is that in the minifig domain? Because I don't know. I've got the. No, I probably don't actually. If it's the minifigs, I only really have got some basic minifigs. I have got some of the kind of 25 years of the Lego bricks ones here. I've got 3 of them. This is a. Oh, this was in the Lego magazine that came out. This one here. It's a. Oh, God, I'm trying to think of the name of this one. It's a Shock Trooper, I think. And then I've got these here. So this is 3 of. I've got another 2 to add, I think. To these. Have I got 2? Or 1? I've got Sol Guerrera to add to this. But these are all 25 years of Lego Star Wars, which are pretty cool. There's one that's very hard to get, which is the Princess Young Leia. You got all those? Oh, they're cool. Right, so we're building the last one of this. So we're getting very close to the end of this bag. And that was actually quite a painless build, if I may say so. I think having them organised was good. So that's going to be that. That's probably, don't know if that's, we need that, put that in there. But this is the UCS Millennium Falcon we're building, just in case. I think you've been in before, Wyatt Gaming. It sounds familiar, maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. Because there's so many people come in and you maybe don't see somebody for a while. And you kind of lose track of names. Some names stick out. They can be quite funny names. Right, so let's build this one up. Get that there. Get these tiles. But this is a, yeah, I've probably said this before, this is my bucket list build, this set. Kind of wanted to build this for a long time, but never really had the money to buy it, or say justify the money, so I got this on sale for a really good price, and building it. So this is the official Lego set, not the kind of knockoff version, which again, people want to build that. I am not in no way, shape or form saying that that is not a good kit to get, but this is the official. Right, so that's what that is going roughly, I think, in the middle. It's going there, and this here I believe is going to just slot in there. So there we go, that's the ducting type of thing done. Right, so we're over the page, so we're that's 525, we're now on to 526. So we're going to be putting these parts here. Right, I don't like having this.
Do you have the Death Star Lego set? I don't get it.
Yeah. The old Lego set, the old Lego Death Star. I'm trying to think, have I missed a little piece on there? Or I don't think I have. I'm just looking for anything that looks a bit... Yeah, everything seems to be there. Just in case I've missed a little bit, as you do sometimes. Right, that's going in there. And then this one's got a little bit of a gap. That one's going in there. And then this one is, I think it's between... Yeah, it's maybe more that side. There we go. And then we've got the 3 coming in here. There we go. Then we've got these, and these are going in just here. Nope, that's going up one. We've got that Technic pin going in, the old Technique. So that is going to go tight here in this hole, and then it's going to be hanging down in a blaze of glory. There we go. Just make sure that they're all in. Yes. So there we go. That's what the little underside of the mandible looks like. So I do believe, stick that up there. Page 223 to 224. And we're on step number 528. So, yeah, we're over the page and we've got this little part to put in, which I'm quite glad. Yeah, that's right, we've got these little parts to put. I'm going to grab these two because we need those. And we've actually only got 2 spares, a little tile and a little 1 by. Right, that's going to go in there. This is going to go here. And then we've got down here, we've got these rails going up basically this side. There we go. And then that one's going there. And that's us. And that is the mandible part down. There's the top side. And there's the underside. This is the location pins. So let's get this out of the way. I need to get the old manual. So if we go over, it's 529, 530. We're going to put this other side in. You see it's locating in here and locating in here. So get that massive thing out of the way. Right. I'm going to grab the Falcon here. Maybe bring these up just a smidge. Like so. So you can see it. So, oh, I think I've just... Oh, trees fell. Trees fell. I say that again, trees fell. There's somebody, I don't know who it is, but they say everything about 3 times. It's actually a film. Oh God, I shouldn't really get into my films. I'm going to start but there's a guy, it was Goodfellas. They called him Johnny Two Time because he said everything twice. I'm going to go and get the papers, get the papers. Johnny Two Time. Right, so this is basically, this is the floor element of the front mandible. So you can see here, we're going to get in here, and I think we're in, yeah, this one's located in here. So you can see just down here, these are going to slide in. Again, technic pieces can be a lot, there we go, it's buttoned up quite nicely. And then in here, there we go, and that is it. There's a little bit here that clips in, just in this part, and that is the two front mandibles decked. Whew, wow. So Wyatt hasn't replied, so I don't know if he's still there. So that is the two front mandibles floored. So that is bag 7 done. I think that's the first time we've actually started with a bag and finished. Because some of the bags have been bigger. Because we're just building these 2 floor pans, that was a little bit quicker than normal. And we're right on the half past, so... Oh man, she's looking impressive. Even just looking at it from here. You know, she's starting to take shape. Obviously, until we put these parts, and if I say this word once, I've said it umpteen times. Once these front mandibles go on, that's when it starts to take shape, like the Falcon. So what I'm going to do, because that I'm afraid is going to be the end of the stream, but I'll talk for a little bit. Let go, Kate. How many bags all up are in this set? Well, funny you should say that. There's now. The interesting thing with this kit, so you get a big box, and inside the box you get 4 boxes inside of that box. Now, a lot of kits, box 1 is like from bag 1 through to whatever, and then the next box, so on and so forth, all the way to the end. In this kit, for some reason, it was like they'd put 4 boxes, and they'd put like all the bags like through them and then wear it up like this. So there was bits of bag 1, bag 2, and then there was bags 10, 12, and it was almost like archaeology. They were all spread. So bag 1 and 2 were across the top of all the boxes. So I basically had to empty them all out in the floor. I don't know if I think I maybe took a picture. There's 17 bags. Now that doesn't sound like a lot. So what I'm going to say next is I sorted all the bags out, and there's bags 1 to 17, but bag 1 had like 5 or 6 bags and all marked bag 1. Bag 7 there had, I think, 3 bags. Bag 6 I think had 4 or 5. It's quite a chunky bag. So basically there's probably 17 bags. You could probably say that there must be 60, 70 bags maybe, all in. So basically speaking, bag 1 covered like 5 bags, bag 2 had 4, bag 3 had maybe 5. So you can see there that it's building up. So I don't even know what bag set we'd be on, maybe 7 times 4, 28 bags so far, maybe 28, 29 bags we've maybe done. That's a rough guesstimate, but I would say there's about 60, 70 bags, but there's 17 officially, but as I say, there's multiple bags of that number, of 1 to 17. So let's get the old manual up and see where we're going to be. Oh, sugar, just shut that right there. There we go. I've actually got bag 8 here. I'm trying to get this manual up, so let's see what we're going to maybe attack here. Let's go. So we're not going to be building, obviously. I'm just going to show you. Get the page number. 226. Bag 8. So bag 8, if you look here, it's maybe difficult to see. I'll maybe get you down just a little bit. Top down. So it looks as if we're going to be building, and I'm going to say this word again, the front mandible. area. I think. Oh, do you know what it is? It'll be these little parts at the back. So if you look here, oh, do you know what? This camera's up and down like a yo-yo. Yo-yo. So basically here, if I bring the Falcon out a little bit, these little parts here, I can put my hand right through and touch the table. So it looks like we're going to be building these little parts at the back of the, just behind this is where the cockpit's going to go. There's a gap here. That's where the off-centre cockpit's going to go. And again, we're going to be building these parts, and it looks as if we're building some of these. So these parts here are going to have greeblies attached. So there's a lot of little vents and ducts and spiky bits and poles and God knows what else going in here and here. And then these parts at the back are going to be built up. So once bag 8's done, this lower part's probably going to be, and there's more parts here at the back just here of the Falcon. So there's quite a lot of floor pans. We still need to say floor pans, but the floor area here, here, and here still to get done, and also here at the access part needs to get done as well. But that's bag 8, and let's have a wee examination of bag 8. So bag 8's got 3 bags. So you can see right away we've got quite a big bag of parts. Big bag of parts there. We've got a bag inside of small parts with, again, fairly biggish parts. And then we've got a bag of fairly small, some Technic pieces and stuff. And that's bag 8. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep these bags sealed so that I don't lose anything. I could decant them in here, but I don't see the point. So that can go back on the old seat. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah, that's alright. It's sealed anyway.
Oh, dear.
But yeah, that is yeah, she's really getting big. So let's get the old manual, the old manual. Oh, she's a big book. Again, if you want to see something that's impressive like this model, let's just take a look at that book. It's it's absolutely solid. But there's the Falcon there. So you can see we've got the shape of the Falcon. We've obviously still to build these parts up, the top. Once we get the lower part done, we'll start maybe getting the top. But yeah, just an interesting part. So this part here is actually quite interesting. I've already opened it because I'm nosy. This part here is actually a clear printed canopy. That on Bricklink sells for like £60–70 for that part alone, because it's also a custom made piece for the Falcon, and you can see it's printed as well, so it's a nice piece. But that itself is quite a bit of money. And I think it's the same for the war part as well. I think that might be a custom part. So that's the extra parts I've got just sitting here. But yeah, she's starting really to take shape now. Each week, you know, she's obviously building up. She's getting bigger, and I'm going to move that because I can see Anya breaking her neck on that.
Or dropping
It's
something.
like a black big Lego brick. So yeah, so maybe try and get. You know what? I'm going to get that little piece up. Maybe get them sitting actually on here. Sit them there. So I'm going to maybe try and get it in here. So I'm maybe going to move some of my stuff. So here, maybe I should have got these out of the way, and all my boxes. Yeah, this is maybe. Do you know what? Without dropping any of these, I'll maybe get these just out here. Probably done this at a later date, but because I've got my baby Falcon that I've built. So here's my trusty selfie tripod stand that I made. I don't have plans for that, so if anybody's really want to know how I made it, I absolutely just made it out of thin air, basically.
Yeah, you winged it.
Little drink. So here's the mini Falcon. This is a little midi starship build. Absolutely great little build, this. It's when you it's when you compare it. What I'm going to try and do is maybe I'll keep that selfie stand there because maybe I will get it actually. In fact, you know what? I might actually move these just now. So I'm just trying to get. So here's my Star Wars logo. I may actually. Do you know what I might do? I might put that over here. Oh, jeez, nearly lost that there. That's my Star Wars logo. I'm in the middle of building that up actually, just to get it a little bit higher. Take me higher. There's my VIP Lego.
Has Bruce not been on?
Yeah, Sprue's not been on. We're missing. Dave's missing in action. Right, that's just my cable. Don't worry, I'm no. Get that here. Right, I'm just gonna get these kind of repositioned, as they say. So I'm gonna bring you down from the old cam up here, without.
I hope he's alright.
Yeah. Right, I need to rewire my cable. Sorry for the. I am probably. That's just my
Alright,
cable.
Just
There we go. Right. Spin these round. Oh, sorry, that's us. Just want to get it all out of the way. Oh, God, the lights are going. I need to tape these lights on. So you can probably see the Christmas lights on the side. So here we go. I can now move this behemoth of a build up here. Oh, it's a little bit of farting about, as they say. Nothing wrong with a bit of farting about, as long as it doesn't smell too much. So here we go. I can get this Falcon now. Oh my God, she's so big. She is so big. But I cleared this table, so guess what? You can actually probably utilise the full length of this. So I don't know what that's going to give me. Oh yeah, that's quite impressive actually. So you'll be able to see stuff. So there we go, Kate. That's it's a lot of bags basically. So here we go. So here's small Falcon and big Falcon. Do you know what? The small Falcon could probably fit almost in one of the cargo bays. So there's the small Falcon. What it sits.
If Kate was to get it, it would take a long time for her to build it, unless she went at it constant.
Yeah.
I think Kate's quite a
Fast builder.
no, I don't mean if I'm trying to think of what's the word I'm thinking of, but you're a
I like to luxuriate in my builds.
You're an experienced builder. I mean,
Yeah.
Aye.
So a lot of people, like I could probably build this every day, because it's one of the things that I like about streaming. Actually, is you get to build something, but because you commit to streaming, you get a little bit. It's more. It draws it out a little bit more. Is what I'm trying to say, and you get to see everything. You get to see every single brick put on, and all the issues and problems that you may get.
Mm-hmm.
You see it all. But I just like to savour it. I mean, this is going to get built. It's going to be in display, and it's going to look fantastic. It's going to take a good number of hours to build. You know, I think it's like 15 to 25 hours. I mean, I must be already. I haven't. Probably for Falcon Diaries this week, I may add it up, but I think I'm roughly about 10 to 12 hours in at the moment. So it's going to take me the allotted 20 to 25 hours to build this. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to lift it up and kind of show you. Jeez, man. So here we go. I have got a dodgy finger, so I'm going to try and cradle it here. It's a bit awkward for me because I feel this is not my good side. So there we go, look at that. That is impressive. I'll show you the underside. So you may have to bear with me a little bit. So that is, yeah, I'm missing the top of the old the mandibles. Again, if I get £1 for every time I say mandibles, I think I'd be rich. But that's her. So, and there's a little bit of weight in it. I'm not going to lie, it's not the lightest piece of plastic. So, oh. Yeah, well, that's the thing, Wyatt Gaming. You can actually mod this. You could actually put. I'm possibly thinking of putting a room in here and here, and fleshing these out a little bit at a very much a later date, and also possibly I may even install the brick built sub light engines at the back here, replacing the out the box stuff. I'm building it out the box first and displaying it, and then potentially in the like sometime, I'd say in the coming years, next year, whatever. I haven't really thought about like a time frame, but I may actually build these rooms out at some point. The stick of corridors, yeah, yeah. They're actually quite. It's kind of semi-effective when I look at it from here. It actually looks pretty effective in a way, but you could. But I think to get I've seen somebody's actually put pretty much the floor plan of the actual. I'm saying the actual Falcon like it it exists, but somebody's put the actual model itself with the proper orientation of all these rooms and the corridors going all the way through. But to do that, you would have to mess with this structure here. You know, this cross member and these beams down here. You'd have to reroute all those, like upper and lower. I don't know. I don't have the skill set to do that, but I've seen it and it looks amazing. Especially here, the sub light engines have got all the reactors at the back, and it's. I mean, how much of that model you can lift up and, maneuver, I don't know, but it looks pretty damn slick. But don't get me wrong, this is going to be a nice model when it's done. It's just maybe a little parts that are not going to be, accurate if you want to go that route. But you could modify this quite extensively. So I'm going to attempt to show you. I don't know how I'm going to do this actually because I might clamp it here just to show you the underside. So there's you can see the mandible parts that we've done, and they're going to be a lot of greebles put in that part, and then all down the side there you see the empty spaces. We're going to put more of the floor type elements into it. But yeah, that's the underside. Yeah, she's good and she's solid as well. She's a solid build. I'm thinking I possibly may keep her at this side of the table. Surprised Anya hasn't let out
Oh, I see what you just wrote.
What?
Do you have the US Django slave vet slave? You can't say.
Well, do you know what? I'm keeping it quiet. All I'm going to say at this moment in time, I do have quite a couple of UCS sets. Now, if you probably know your stuff, you probably know what they could possibly be. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it sort of. I'm going to keep it optional. But I could just because there's not that many Ultimate Collector Series sets. You know, so but yeah, I'm going to keep it because I'm going to build this, and then I'm going to build another UCS set that I may actually put up a poll. Although at this moment in time, that kind of sort of how can you put it? That sort of deluxe stream build. I've actually got quite a few that are lining up to be built after this, and I think these should be built pretty extensively for however long it takes to build it, complete, done, dusted, that's it. Then build another one, do the same. Certainly, some of the other ones are not as big. There's a couple that are really quite big. Incoming, shall we say. So yeah, I'm not prepared to say if I have got that one or I haven't. It's a possibility. But I do have additional UCS, and UCS is a Star Wars sort of thing, Ultimate Collector Series. But yeah, this is an epic build. I'm actually just putting in some little bricks that have come out, a little part. There we go, done. But there we go, folks. So I am gonna start to wind up the stream a little bit. Still got maybe about another 10 minutes. As I say, an hour and a half build, which was perfect for that bag. Bag 7, that was right on at 1 hour 30 minutes build time. And then we just button up the stream. We just, you know, if anybody's got any questions and that, we just answer. And we. Well, in fact, speaking of Jango Fett, there's his son. So this is an original Star Wars. This is my childhood figure I had when I was young. I know it's hard to believe I'm that old. I know I look as if I'm all in my 20s. But this is a 1979 made in Hong Kong Boba Fett. It's not the one that has the firing mechanism. They're super rare. They were only made for Kenner, and I don't think they really officially released that. But yeah, 1979 Hong Kong is the date stamp in his wee leggies. But that's my Boba Fett figure. And it's in reasonable condition. I mean, it's a pretty nice figure. His helmet is not scuffed up as much. He's got a little bit in his chest there, just at his nipple area. He's got a wee bit of rubbing, but yeah, that's my original Star Wars. I've actually got a lot more Star Wars figures and stuff. I've actually got an original Millennium Falcon from, I think it was The Empire Strikes Back.
That's Kate going. Right,
Is that Kate, you away? Right, you take care, honey
Yeah.
bun. It's
Keep
good to
well.
see you.
Speak to you soon.
It's always a pleasure. You're welcome back. Anytime. You take care, and let me know when you're going to build the Enterprise. I don't know when I'm going to build it. Yeah, well, I'll wait and see, because that's going to be a big build. That's going to be an epic build actually. But yeah, you take care. It's good to see you, Kate.
Bye now, Kate.
Yeah, take care, honey bun. So there we go, folks. Wait till I'm going to bring this actually closer. That table's quite long. And then bring you up a little bit.
Keep into the roll.
Yeah, I may have to actually open that door a little bit.
Just what you do.
Ooh-wee!
I am out.
So that's been a good week for this. It's really came along.
Check that was new.
It's really as I say, it's starting really to take shape. It's gonna have to sit here. In fact, I probably have too much. I'll maybe go a little bit like that. How's that? That better. So there's the Milky Way that we put up. That's quite a good little part. Or that was a good little builder, I meant to say. And it's quite nice up there. In fact, that's probably... Yeah, I quite like that actually up. But yeah, it's all coming together. And then you get the little gun here, but you can't really see it. That comes down. And it does the old pew 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 pew. But there's so much you can mod on this. I think that's a good thing about it actually. It's good that you've got something that is detailed and it looks amazing, but you can actually like make mods without really disturbing too much of the original sort of build, which I think is quite good. I like that kind of thing. That appeals to me in a way. Yeah, I'm trying to get this camera not as upright. It's funny when we started building this. So this is part 9. So we've had 9 parts of doing this, and the first part we started building this frame, and it just looked, you start building and going, is this ever gonna look like the Millennium Falcon? It just looks as if it's gonna be like, as if it's never really gonna be like it, if you know what I mean. But yeah, she's really taking shape. The old mandibles. I've said that word so many times. Oh dear. Right, folks, I am going to head. So
Dinner will probably be in about 10 minutes, not even.
aye. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the camera around to the old front facing. So here we go. Turn it round. It's actually better. There's my wee Christmas tree. Little Christmas tree, and I've just knocked off half the back part here. There we go. Oh, knocked that off. 2 seconds while I just reconstruct the Millennium Falcon. There we go. So yeah, it's always better to use this camera just for like buttoning up, because it's not as, I can see stuff better. It's a wee bit greasy. I think we've had a wee bit of steam in the
Aye, because I've been doing potatoes.
yeah. So there we go, a little lift up here. So there she is. The old fastest hunk of junk in the... So there you go, there's the mandibles. But yeah, you can see she's looking good. And I believe, again, I've got a stand coming, which I'll do a review on, but I think it's going to go up here initially. The only thing I don't like about up here is that my stove and all that's there. So there's going to be a little bit of a throw up of steam, and also kind of like, if you cook with frying stuff, there's going to be a little particulates I got. So I don't know if I really want to have it there, but it could be something that we maybe have to look at. But anyway, as I say, once again, thanks to everybody that came in. A little bit quiet. Dave wasn't there. Kate was in for the get go.
Roman Bricks wasn't in.
Roman Bricks. I think he's streaming actually. He's building the Batman animated series.
As long as Dave's alright.
Yeah. So shout out to Dave. Hope you're good, buddy. Wyatt Gaming TV official was in, and I think that was it. Actually, it was very, very quiet stream.
But good that you came in.
But this is, I'll make this available to watch after. So a lot of people do watch it, catch up. So also, Kenneth wasn't in.
No. Oh,
For
the
Georgia.
The man from.
Yeah, the guy that works in a car.
Aye.
So he's maybe just working. Oh, do you know what? I meant to check this. I need to check this pin here. I might actually do that when I come off the stream. Anyway, guys and girls and ladies and gentlemen and whatever you yeah. Hope everybody's good and hope you have a good weekend. I don't know if I'll be. I think we're gonna be busy tomorrow, so I don't have any planned streams tomorrow. I think last week we.
Maybe those that finish the wee.
Yeah, I've got this train. Yeah, the
tomorrow.
train set. I've got to finish. I've got some Christmas builds coming up.
Aye, we need to get them. Well,
and
you'll need to get them that one.
yeah. So, but anyway, I turned
everybody.
I turned you a wee bit away for the.
I know everybody's away. That's fine. I know everybody's.
I've got this nice kind of foggy, misty,
Hi.
so
Yeah.
it's quite nice.
Well
Right.
done. Right. Bye. Oh.
Just watch it. But anyway, folks, I'll get the little finger of death here. Get the pre-shutdown stream. But anyway.
You did it.
Do you know, I done that clap. It was completely spontaneous. You know, it wasn't planned. I just did it, but it's quite funny. But anyway, folks, may the force be with you, and we'll be back Wednesday. So I'll need to line up Wednesday stream. Again, we'll be building the Falcon. So Wednesdays and Fridays. So it's not Falcon Friday on the Wednesday, and it's Falcon Friday on the Friday.
Mhm.
So you're pre-warned. But anyway, folks, take care, and I'll catch you next time. Toodle whoops.
Bye.
Cheers for coming in, and it's greatly appreciated. Take care.
Bye now.
Bye.